up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast with your host Raja. And today is Ring of the King, Ciaran Clarke. Ciaran, nice to join us, my friend.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you.
And Ciaran, you know that for sorry, we have already you are 3-4 times in my podcast. And first of all, huge congratulations for your win the 8-0, yeah?
Yeah.
8-0, yeah. So that's perfect. So is a few questions, Ciaran.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, as always. Thank you.
And again, one more thanks you take time for us, you know.
No, Tom, and thank you.
Yeah.
You always want to have me on, and I really appreciate it.
You
Thank
are our motivation, you know.
Yeah,
So
don't know
that's
about
why
that
you are
one,
our
yeah.
star there for in our tone, and so that's have to be motivate people. When we see like that, need to motivation. Call the Kiran, come.
Ah, no, thank you. Thanks very much.
So it's Kiran, few questions for you, my friend. Yeah,
Of course, man.
for motivate people. So that's is what people do you misunderstand most about yourself?
I don't think anything comes to mind too much, but what I would say is that um, I think people, because maybe a little bit, maybe they might see me on the telly or they, when fights are coming up and stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
they might, I get a bit of attention maybe locally and stuff.
Yeah,
And I think people think that they know me, and what they see, maybe even just watching these interviews, they might think that they know me and stuff. But um, you know, actually, as we all know, until you actually really get to know someone,
Yeah.
that's when you really get to know them. So I think some people might have, you know, pre pre. I suppose thoughts about me,
Yeah.
but actually, and again, maybe because I do these sorts of things, they think that they might know me and stuff, but they actually really don't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's kind of hard for me in a sense because they have this thought of me, and
Yeah.
actually, I'm not even like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
and it's not a good or it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just definitely an adjustment for me that and to give you an example, maybe some people feel a lot more comfortable to say certain things to you and stuff. And
Somebody people afraid.
yeah,
Yeah.
and as well, they might that might be that, but it'd be more like they might be think that they're more comfortable to say certain things to me and things like that, So it's just something that I'm starting to get used to and stuff. And again, like that, I can only imagine what the likes of like actual, people that are well known and stuff go through. But that is just my little adjustment.
Yeah.
As I said, as I started to, I suppose, get a little bit more,
Yeah.
started to win more fights and stuff. That's what I'd probably say people misunderstand about me a little bit. They think
Yeah,
that they know me maybe from watching interviews or whatever it may be. I just think people get a little bit comfortable.
Yeah.
And again, like that, it's great. And
Yeah.
But for me, it was more myself, an adjustment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's like, what is your favorite things about yourself and why?
I'm not sure. That's a hard question to ask because it's you might be blowing yourself up there. But no, I probably just say that I'm a simple enough person,
Okay.
and I'm a simple person. And what do I mean? I take I take joy in the smallest things, the small things. Coming here to your house, meeting you, greeting you, yeah, little small things,
Small
out
thing,
walking my dog,
exactly,
enjoy
yeah.
things like that, going for a coffee, going over to my nanny's for a cup of tea, little small things,
Small thing, yeah.
going to the cinema,
Enjoyment, everything, yeah,
going
exactly,
to the
yeah.
cinema with my girlfriend, the little small things, like
Yeah.
going for a drive with my girlfriend Lauren, or
Yeah.
just like the small things. People might think because obviously I'm chasing these
Yeah.
such big highs that you would say, but I actually really take the
Yeah.
joys, and I like that about myself because as well it keeps I know then again there's not much of a want in me, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, so
Yeah, that's perfect. So is it what is your biggest fear?
my biggest fear
I don't
I
think
s-
so anything, but
yeah, no, I don't know, I suppose the biggest fear, I'd hate to, look back and say that I could have done X, Y, and Z, and that's always going to be in the back of anyone's mind, whether they pursue a sport, a job, anything, or that
Yeah,
could be
that's true,
anything.
yeah.
And to be honest, I just know things happen for a reason as well. But again, like that, I would hate to look back and say, oh, I could have done more, So
Yeah.
that's why I try to live my life in the
Yeah.
sense that,
Yeah.
tomorrow could be my last day, So I try to think, right, do the
Oh,
right things,
yeah,
do the right
exactly. Yeah,
things now, you know.
yeah. Don't do mistakes
No
or
regret.
yeah,
Try to have no regrets, and of course we learn from our mistakes.
mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't want to look back and say
yeah,
I could have did more, you know.
yeah, yeah. Get you. Yeah. So, what is your most important lesson you learn in your life?
And life is a hard one. It's very broad. But I'd say recently, you know, I would say I'm getting better with would be that I used to be when I was younger, and still again I used to be very you know, I would have cared a lot what people thought of me and stuff.
Hmm.
And what do I mean by that? I mean like you know, like it's only now as I'm getting a bit older and stuff I start to realize actually everybody's just too busy with their own life
Yes.
that they don't actually care. You know, uh, if you make a mistake, everybody makes mistakes.
Mistakes. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, if you do something good, well then we're not all saints either. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Get you.
So
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
like you know, at the end of the day, you know, the person that really knows yourself is only you, really, when you think about it. You know, so that's the only person that the only person can judge you is God. You know, so
Yeah, yeah,
at the end of the day, we can't judge anyone. And like I said, whether you do a good thing or a bad thing, it doesn't make you, you know,
yeah.
who you are and the decisions you made. You know, because
Exactly. Yeah,
as people, we're constantly learning. So that's what I would say. As I'm getting older, I'm getting better with like you know, not dwelling on things like that. You know,
yeah,
knowing everybody's too busy with their own life and everybody's you know, everybody's focused on themselves, you know.
yeah.
So that's what I
Exactly.
tried to do now, just focus on myself. And not that I wouldn't have in the past,
No,
but
that's good. Yeah.
I would have dwelled in things like
Yeah.
that, you know. So,
So, what is your what would you change about yourself if you can?
oh, it's a tough one. You're coming at me with these now.
Yeah.
No, I like these questions though because like that, a lot of the
Hard
questions.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
like them. I like them. I really like them. What would I change? You know, I wouldn't really change anything because um you know, reason being is because you know, obviously again, like I said, making mistakes and stuff, and you would like to go back and change them. But
Yeah.
again, we learn from them. You know, that's what
Exactly.
makes
Yeah.
us who
That's
we
yeah.
are.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, but what would I like to change? I'm sure there'd be many things. You know,
Yeah. Exactly.
I'd love if I was 6 foot tall. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, things like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, no, not that, not anything that comes to mind or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, or anything like that. But again, a lot of things that would have happened and stuff you would love to go back. But again, that's who makes us. So
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Exactly.
I suppose. Yeah.
So is like so what's your embarrassed things in your life? Most embarrassed things. Like sometimes so you do any mistakes or then you think about oh no why I did these things or
Yeah, I suppose you know what I'll do. It's kind of going into one of the questions I asked. I seen an interview before with Mel Gibson, and he said the biggest, the worst thing. There was a survey or there was a question asked. It was universally asked. What was the biggest, you know, the biggest thing that would hurt someone or you know,
oh get you yeah
it was you know, public embarrassment.
yes
And of course, we can all think back to when we were younger, or when could be
yeah
last week or whatever. Yeah. You know, we think back to humiliate what we thought at the time was humiliating or embarrassing.
yeah
And again, come back to what you were saying. You know, really, you know, it might be a laugh in the moment, but you know, nobody really cares. You know,
yeah
nobody.
get you yeah yeah
Raj is
yeah
not going
yeah
home and saying,
yeah
"Oh, Kieran," you know. So I suppose that would go hand in hand with that. You know, so
yeah
all the embarrassments or the things that you taught, again, they were lessons. And again, I don't want to sound real.
yeah
I'm coming real positive here on that. And of course, it is great to be like that. But
yeah
what I mean is, yeah, like you know, all those things that he would have thought were bad at the time,
yeah
they might have a silver lining
yeah.
in it. You know, so
So Kiran,
yeah.
if you win the lottery, so millions, so what you have to be do? What you do for first things if you win the lotto?
If I won the lottery, it depends how much.
Yeah.
If it was,
It's millions.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. If it was ridiculous, probably. And again, I don't want to be, you know, genuinely, I'm going back again to what I said. I'm a simple person,
Okay.
you know, and what do I mean by that? You know, if I was, give you an example, if I was to be able to afford a house, or you know, I'm driving at the minute, which is something I never thought I'd be able to do. You know, the small things in life, you know. So being honest, there's not much I would do with if I won millions. One thing's for sure, I'd definitely get myself a home, myself and my girlfriend Lauren. I'd love to get a home and starting a family and stuff. I'd buy my mum a nice house. I think she
Yeah.
deserves it. You know, she'd
Yes,
I'd love to get
exactly.
her a
Yes.
little, even, things like that. And I just look after my own. And
Yeah.
then, of course, then if it was, at an excess amount, I just give it away to who needs it.
Yeah,
Because again,
exactly.
like I said, I'm a simple person. I don't need, I don't need certain. I'm not a person that's into good, stylish clothes, or
Stylish clothes that
or
go all over
cars.
the
Or,
world. Yeah,
nah,
get you. Yeah,
look,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. That's great, and if that's people's things, but that's not for me,
Yeah, get
And
you, get you. Yeah.
that doesn't make me better than anybody else. But that's just not me, as I said.
That's why, Kiran, you have the for other people for difference these things. So everybody say, oh, if I win the lotto, I do this one, do this one.
Yeah,
So you want to just only basic things. Just to get your house and that's happy your life. That's it.
exactly,
You
exactly.
know what I
That
mean?
that
So yeah,
make me happy. That would make me the happiest person.
yeah, that's
Just to
perfect. Yeah,
have just the necessities, which is, as a young man now, maybe starting a family in the
yeah,
next few years. That'd be for me winning.
yeah.
That to me be winning the lottery. Does
Yeah,
that make
exactly.
sense?
Yeah, exactly.
So
But listen, Kiran, if you win or not win, but we are prayer for you. You get your house.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
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 you are
yeah.
always you are the best couple in town, and
Thank
you are the like a motivation for
thank
all
you, thank you.
so our
Thanks a million.
youngster.
Yeah.
What I mean.
Yeah,
So that's
of
things. Yeah.
course. Yeah, no, that's it,
So
man.
we are
Yeah.
mostly any my podcast we give the example for you as well like that. To be honest with you,
I appreciate
So
that,
very
honestly.
hard work this one like that. So that's if we give your example, I know that that's your life is not easy.
Yeah,
12-hour, 13-hour work and construction work, come back home, change and go to gym and not easy.
yeah,
I know that that's
yeah,
not easy for
yeah.
so anyone. So Kiran, what's your future plan and any
Future plans. Recently the Bellator who I'm with, they just got bought by
Mhm.
PFL. So basically, what that means is it's basically like it's just a changeover of company
Company,
owners.
okay.
So at the minute, I'm not 100% sure um what the process is and when the next fight is, but I'd imagine it's going to be March, latest April.
Okay.
So I'm just training now. I'm going to enjoy the Christmas with the family, and yeah, the New Year then it's all go. It's all systems go for a fight then, hopefully in March. And then my goals for the year, would obviously be I'd love to, I suppose short term goals. I'd love to get abroad. I'd love to fight
Outside,
outside
somewhere.
of Ireland.
Ireland, yeah.
That'd be a short term goal, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that'd be great. And please God, we get.
Yeah, definitely, Kiran. Look, we are look forward to you as well, and best wishes and lot of prayer behind you as well for everyone.
Yeah, of
Everybody
course.
love you there in local. For people love you
Yeah,
so
and
much.
look as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, everybody.
I wouldn't be where I am without the support.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously
Yeah,
yourself, even having me here, to have interest in me, and I know, who's behind me, and
yes, exactly. Yeah,
it's I wouldn't be where I am either
yeah,
without the support.
exactly.
From
Yes,
sponsors and likes of
everything. Yes,
Earth and stuff
exactly. Yeah.
sponsor me, and everybody's so good to me, and I know that, so.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we best wishes for you, Kiran. So any give message for you? Last question for anything you give the message for young people, for everybody, for especially for this year, for end of this year. Anything message for like
Message, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's sorry. Message going forward, I suppose, would be. Yeah, I mean, take each day as it comes, and what I mean by that is, I suppose not so much as in,
Mhm.
how young you be. Maybe I don't know, like teenagers, of course.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy
Yeah.
it and enjoy your life and stuff. But for suppose teenagers would be yourself. And
Yeah.
what do I mean by that is, don't
Respect for
follow
everybody. Yeah.
don't follow the crowd.
No. Yeah.
Don't try to be somebody you're not just to fit in and stuff like that. And I suppose people like myself that are in their late 20s, take each day as it comes, take each month as it comes, and don't think too far ahead. Don't
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
thinking, next year, this year, or this person has this, that person has this. Don't look what he has and
Yeah.
my,
Exactly.
because what happens is then I've heard before, it's a quote: comparison is the thief of joy. If I'm looking at you, Raj has a lovely house and he's a family, I, I get bitter,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
people could look at me and say he's this or that, and this people get bit. So look at what you have, be grateful,
Exactly.
and
Yeah. You have to be thanks God for what you have.
exactly,
Simple story.
exactly.
What I
And
mean.
that's
So
just
that's
it.
the main thing. What I mean.
Just be grateful, and
Exactly.
like you said, thank God for what you have, because you know what, one day you wanted what you have now, and maybe there's somewhere else that wants what you have. So
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
So that's why. Thank you very much, Kiran.
Thanks a million,
Appreciate
Raj.
that.
Appreciate
Much
that. Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Thanks a
come
million,
over
man.
here. So
Thanks for having me again.
look, guys, if you not subscribe my channel, so go first hit the notification, like and subscribe our channel. Kiran is keep coming to Raja House. So that's why don't forget watch our video. So look after yourself, look after your family. Whatever you want, you can do, but right things, not a bad things. See you and love you all.